Hello? Hello? No one's here? But hopefully some people will show up soon. Alright, I don't even know if this is working properly, because this will be my first stream in a very long time. I think it's been 4 years. Actually, it's when I started doing streaming for I messed it up. I did streaming for devlogs. So yeah, what's up? What's up? I guess post chat, however this works. Yeah, so I'm back. I guess we'll hopefully sticks around. Yeah, today I'm just gonna be working on a new game / old / modified game. I really don't have like it's not set. Basically accretion, George plans with shifts, all that is kind of just become this. And I just had this like sci-fi-esque idea, and it's all kind of been, all my different ideas have been merging into one thing, and now most of my new ideas are like similar enough that I start combining them. So I think right now I'm just gonna try to figure more of that out, how kind of how I want it to end up being, like what the game's actually gonna be. We'll see how far we get. I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do, but we're gonna start doing some stuff. I'm in Pureref here. It's a great place for references. Punisher, Clint Jones uses it. I like it. Nice for organizing pictures and limited amounts of text as well. I think I'm just gonna kind of play around with this. I have a Trello board on my other monitor here that has, I can probably show some of this. There's a lot of different cards. This is not even all of my ideas. I have other documents, stuff scattered other place too. I feel like I want to get stuff organized more here, so I have a central place for everything with the images and names and mechanics and all that. I think it's just gonna help me to get organized a little bit. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, what do I want to do? That's a great question. Okay, yeah, so here's what I do. So, okay, that's fine. So yeah, this game, I have ideas kind of for the story and the lore behind it. One of the main concepts I'm pretty sure I'm gonna stick with is this idea of heterochromia. So basically, it's whenever your eyes are different colors, different kind of versions of it, whether it's within the same eye, it's different color, one eye, portion of the eye. So I thought this was kind of a cool concept with other ideas I'm having. It's actually one of my dogs. It's kind of funny that she has it. I guess I'm partially inspired by her, but it's just kind of funny that she has it, and this is kind of the idea I was thinking of too. And then a big kind of concept I really like, I don't think I have much here actually yet, which I might have to get for separate. I think another Pureref board with other stuff, but I love nebulas. Like, here's one from movie 65. There's probably some other ones, random ones around here somewhere. Even just like things from like Mandalore or Andor. These kind of just different space phenomena that looks really pretty. Things like that. Here's a few. Yeah, just kind of combining stuff like that. Yeah, so basically I just want to I'm trying to find ways to like, these are basically just kind of splinter ideas that I'm trying to combine together. I'm trying to, I think I have a picture in my head of how everything connects, but we'll try to develop that more. One of the things I do want to do is, so I guess, so one of the basic concepts I'll probably do it over here. So I'm just gonna type stuff out first, and then okay. So what do you call someone who's what do you call someone who is not infected? Oh, so we're gonna have infected. Say safe. So, yeah, so I kind of want to have 3 different, I guess, groupings of people. So basically, I think the idea is that something's gonna happen with the sun, and then basically nebula is gonna or stardust and stuff is gonna spew out into the solar system. And basically, if you get in contact with that, you'll get infected with it. And then for thing infected, I'm gonna have both eyes look like kind of like rainbowy, like there's a nebula inside them. I think it's gonna be a cool effect, and it's gonna be fun visual effects wise as well doing that. There's people who are safe, just have normal eyes, who haven't been infected by the nebula. And then I'm gonna have what right now I'm calling row crows, which is basically gonna be someone with one eye with the nebula, but the other one it's fine. So like this heterochromia kind of effect. I think actually one of my so like a while ago, I guess comparison is kind of however you want to say a while ago is you can crop, I don't know, but I was making this concept art kind of like, you know, one eye's normal, one eye's not, or one eye's nebula filled. Let's see if I can find, let's look up person rainbow eyes. So it's not necessarily going to look like a rainbow per se. But it's like both eyes gonna have nebula in them, and safe, I guess. Just look at normal eyes, like pretty eyes. Just look at eyes. Just normal eyes. Yeah, it's fine. All right. So, yeah, basically like 3 categories. So, person who hasn't been infected by nebula, people who have, and then these kind of, I don't know if they're gonna be necessarily mutants or if it's like they're born that way. I think I'm leaning towards that, where it's like you're born with the one. And then for these guys, it will be like they have some sort of immunity to it. So I'm gonna just make some notes. Have not been in contact with nebula. And then we'll say can be in sunlight. And infected. I'm not sure if I'm going to call them affected, but for now, that's what they're called. Have been in contact with nebula. Can not be in sunlight, and then they burn, die. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen. That's one thing I don't like about Pureref. I feel like sometimes the text stuff is, why is that weird? Porn with that's mutated to have one. I might go out of Pureref just for some of the tech stuff, but for right now it's fine. And then like can see IR. That's one of the concepts I was playing around too. I haven't done too much prototyping. I have some stuff, but I was playing around with this idea of like having different kind of vision types. So if I'm doing stuff with the sun and nebula, I'm thinking maybe I can do some sort of like IR vision where you can see radiation or see certain things that normal people can't. But also, so basically the benefits of being safe, plus the benefits of being infected. I guess they can, in fact, they could see IR as well. If we're gonna make it like I want to be exclusive, just so you have one eye versus two. But I guess here I say can survive in sun. So see, when I play around, how I want to play around with this, like what's the power, or how I want to do a power. Maybe it's not necessarily a power, it's just that they can survive in the sun, and the radiation. I'm not sure exactly, but something like this, where I'm gonna have kind of 3 different classes of that stuff. As far as that, another thing I'm gonna probably hop over to the place here. Let's see. I'm just gonna do call this gameplay ideas. Outer Wilds / Forgotten City. Okay, that's weird. How does that? I guess if I copy with the selected, that's why. Okay. Interesting. Now I know. I have to redo some stuff, but yeah, so let's see. Player explores and so games I really like. I think I have really just cool ideas and fun gameplay. Is Outer Wilds and Forgotten City. And it's this idea of like a time loop essentially, where after each sort of playthrough, or each like in Outer Wilds is 22 minutes, in Forgotten City it's until someone gets or someone dies, I think it was. And then like the loop kind of resets, but you like the player, you still remember everything that happened before. So you kind of like build on top of it. Like, okay, if you learn something your first session, it's like, okay, now I can start the next session where I started, and then keep going forward. So it's kind of like it builds of each other that way. So I kind of like the idea. In a sense, I'm not sure about the time loop, because on the one hand, like if I'm doing a nebula and the sun and like not necessarily a supernova, but like that aspect's very similar to the Outer Wilds. If I do something with the sun and the player dying because of it and then starting another time loop, it's the same thing. So I don't know if I want to do a time loop, but I do want it to kind of be like a thing where you can, I guess, like options. I haven't played Breath of the Wild or I actually haven't played any of the Zelda games, which is probably I should. I don't have Wii stuff, but I should at least play it one day. But I think it's like the boss or whatever. You can, I guess there's games like Elden Ring or stuff like that too, where you can go to any boss anytime. It just, you're probably gonna fail if you go right away. But I kind of like that idea where you can probably kind of pick when you want to fight or like what advantages you want to get. I think in some of the Assassin's Creed games as well, there's like it might have been Assassin's Creed, I'm not sure. There's like things you can do before like the main mission that will help you. It's like whether that's, figure out a way to, like, if you get a disguise and you can sneak in with certain groups so you can start sooner, or if you find a way to like bribe someone, they can unlock a door for you, or stuff like that. Even stuff like Hitman as well, like different ways, optional ways you can do a mission. I kind of like that idea. And so I'll add here, go to different planets and form alliances, get resources /tech. So yeah, different ways that you can basically improve your chances, because I think and goal attack the enemy at their home base. Yeah, so another concept I'm not sure is like, let's go off on another tangent. I want to have different factions, so basically just different kind of groups. How to organize better. So I have different factions here. We'll actually just make a spot way over here. Oh shoot. So, oh no, that's not fun. Okay, well. Where's this one? Okay, this one. Of course, not Wilds. Seriously, Lee Odin? Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how I'll make this stuff. Pureref. Okay, that's not fun. Alright, but just do this for now. So I wanna I have different ideas for factions. Basically just different ways people are surviving. So actually, I'll do this setting.
Beautiful.
We'll do like around. So basically, I want to have different factions. I have these different ideas for like basically different ways that people are trying to survive the nebula. So whether that's completely avoiding the nebula, whether that's going underground, whether that's avoiding the sunlight, different ways like that. So I'm thinking that the enemy is going to be sort of in this like grand space station that I'm calling Geostatia for now. I'm still thinking exactly how I want to do the nebula, but I'm thinking that there's maybe like the nebula, depending on how it orbit or move around the solar system, or if it's in a static spot. If we have a space station that's in a geosynchronous orbit, or I guess want to be geosynchronous if it's with the sun. I'm not sure what the name or if that's a thing. But anyway, got this big space station where it's just to be a bunch of like probably like rich people who can afford to be there, or whatever reason they're there, are gonna be in there not infected. And I'm seeing of ways, I guess, because so yeah, like it's gonna be this place where they can make food because they can see sunlight. I gotta make something with like robots. Stops robots somehow from working. So I want to have this idea of like basically Geostatia, or some, whatever we call it, being like the only place you can make food. And so because of that, everyone else needs them. So it's like kind of this, I don't know how to describe the relationship, where it's like the other people need them, which in turn means that they can abuse the system. Like they can be like, okay, we'll give you this limited amount of food, but we're taking all these resources from your planet or moon or however they're surviving. And there's going to be basically an uprising where they go and attack Geostatia. Now, see, I'm trying to understand like the motive behind it, because like there's one thing, because I guess it doesn't make sense for them just to attack randomly, because it's like you're not going to attack, you're not going to bite the hand that feeds you when you yourself can't now feed yourself, right? Like if the people there who aren't infected are the only ones able to be there and make the food. Granted, I don't have any robots or anything. I figured out a way to stop a case like that where it wouldn't make sense. It's like, why would you overrate it? Like then you're all dead. So maybe it's like they also have the cure or something. So it's like, okay, you can go there, get a cure, and then now you can make your own food and live there, whatever. Just want to see how I do that. Yeah, and then like setting-wise, time period-wise, this might change. I'm not sure. I don't really want to do something too far sci-fi. Like I love sci-fi, and I love Star Wars. I love Star Trek. I love all the different range of sci-fi. I love like For All Mankind. Whether it's like sci-fi in the next 20 years, 100 years, 200, 500, 1,000, more than that. It could be like Star Wars, where it's like a different galaxy, like a different set of technology and timelines. I think Foundations, I haven't seen Foundation. I really want to, because it looks pretty dang cool. I think that set very far future. I think it seems like it, or it's just a different future. But I want it to be like things to be grounded. No, I'm not gonna go into here and like develop, like figure out like exact tech, like okay, how this engine will work or how this technology work. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna do it exactly. Like, I might have ideas like the Epstein drive from Expanse. It's like, so solution to this problem, I might have it fully fleshed out, but just in a way that can sort of justify stuff, like how we're able to solve, these people are able to solve certain problems. I should make a separate category for tech. I'll do. Magic. Light speed. And anti-gravity? Yes, this is a thing. So like, I want it to be obviously sci-fi and like, do some cool stuff, but I also don't want it to be too fantasy either. Like, I don't want things like, honestly, there could be some magical or like supernatural stuff. That might be a theme. But like, things that are too far from the future, like too infeasible for this timeline setting, is like light speed. Probably not gonna get that. Anti-gravity, probably not gonna get that. I want it to be more lower grounded. So like, the Expanse maybe is a certain type of engine that makes you go faster, but not light speed. Anti-gravity maybe is like the Expanse where you have grav boots, or like how you excel or decel your spaceship, influences or is based on more like gravity principles and stuff. So I want to see how I'm gonna do that. I'm just kind of floating ideas around with that. I'm just gonna make a separate, like, make a space for celestial bodies. Set in the Earth, solar, or set in the. I guess like when we say solar system, it just defaults to us, right? Because solar and sun. But what's this like? So planets. Pluto for that. Oh, that's just to make sure. Solar system. Just to make sure. I should know this, how much I'm into space, but yeah, so Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter. I did Saturn first. Jupiter, Saturn. My bad. Alright, Uranus. I miss Uranus. Okay. I'm a fake fan. Neptune, Pluto. Gosh dang it. Alright, there we go. Okay. 3, 5, 6. See if I can watch this. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna like include all of these, because obviously doing 9 different factions plus moons, asteroids. so I probably don't want to do others. Like, I guess make a note in here. Only space station in system. Make it unique. So it'll probably just be like most people are living on planets or moons or asteroids, but then these guys are living on a space station because they're rich. So however I want to do this. The moons. The moon. Oh my god. I'm just gonna do this off random ones just to see what happens. There's a lot of beef in the expanse, so like Ganymede. I think I spelled that wrong. Ganymede. No way. Europa, water. Io. I'm not sure. Deimos and what's Mars' other moon called? Phobos? Yeah, Phobos. Maybe my combinings. I don't think they're that big. I think. Well, let's look at the picture here. It looks like Phobos is big, but Deimos is not. Earth's moon is more than 100 times greater. Those are small. What the heck? Well, comparison. Oh, geez, yeah, look at this. You can't even see it. That's crazy. So surprised with that. Asteroids series, of course. So we'll see whatever I do with that. I think it's just gonna be a case where I kind of fit it in, like basically come up with ideas with factions and then fit those factions into a planet or moon or asteroid where it makes sense. Another idea I had. So I'll see if I can find it, but floating city on Jupiter, I think it was. Okay, well it's just a cool screenshot. But cloud. Let's see, something like this too. And then there's really at my school, college, they have these we have a planetarium. It's pretty cool, and they do shows on time, and there's like this roller coaster on Jupiter, or whatever, like this floating roller coaster or something like that. So I think it's a cool concept of we'll start on gas. Just fact check that Saturn's also a gas giant. Saturn. Or gas planet. Okay, gas giant planet. Okay. Yeah. Use gas. Gas mass out. Radiation. Sunlight. So infected can survive. up probably here. Is this Bioshock? Oh yeah. Yeah. I haven't played it, but Bioshock. There you go, Bioshock Infinite Floating City. Can we actually see it floating better? Look up, which is one of the best movies ever. And there's another thing I was thinking of. Actually, do I have it as? I might just add. This is. So I'm gonna include it. At least here. I guess we'll do Avatar. Just different reference of floating rocks and cities and stuff. I'm not gonna go for the style of this, I don't think, but I think it's just a really beautiful game and I like the concept. Yeah, so the idea is, I'll go through the ones I have now, is basically ways of surviving the nebula. One is just people just going underground, so there's like underground cities that people like dig out, whether it's surviving in an asteroid or something. Another thing I like is this is some stuff I was using Stable Diffusion to generate some concept art, and I was thinking of having ways of having like a city inside the core of a planet or something. But like the biggest issue I'm running into is that I want it to be like the city faces in, so like the all the buildings are converging to each other, but that doesn't work gravity wise because the gravity would be going that way. So like unless there's an anti-gravity thing, which I don't necessarily want, then it won't work. So I'm trying to figure out ways to incorporate that. So maybe I have to do it going the opposite way, where it's like a city, there's like a smaller core in the middle that goes out, but then just like still a shell around kind of thing. That's one idea, is surviving it. It's underground. It's called Shadow Walkers. I just made up that random term for now. But basically they're on a planet where I think with the infected is basically you get infected by the nebula, but nothing happens unless you get in contact by sunlight. It's basically just have these people in moving cities or just walking, however, depending on the planet, or just ways of moving around so that they constantly are in darkness. So this is actually from, it's not necessarily the lore or the backstory of these characters, but this is from the Atom demo from Unity. I think it's an awesome demo, and I just really love the look of these guys. This is from Mortal Engines, which I think is a really cool concept as well. So maybe having moving cities or something like that. Well, I'll throw in like throw in like Death Stranding type art. Actually, I've only played Death Stranding a little bit. I have to restart it and get back into it because there's no way I'm gonna be able to remember all the things that I was originally confused about, and I'd rather not get re-confused, or rather just go back and hopefully figure out better. That's an idea for how they survive it, and then surviving on gas giants or gas planets so that you don't have to be in it, but also you can't leave. I think, and there's issues with be on a gas station too. So yeah. Good. Yeah, so I'm gonna see if I have add a spot. This is one of the things I want to do. Avatar to see. I gotta be careful because I haven't seen it yet, but some of the limited stuff I have seen is pretty cool. An Avatar 2. I've seen Avatar 1, but not 2 yet. That's the one. Let's look up some imagery out of that. What are the worlds like? What? Yeah, this stuff is freaky as heck. Like the, what is it called? The red beads? But what are the worlds like? I'm not sure how much to use for visual reference, but just vibe-wise, I love it. I actually can kind of show it maybe here. I'm also another thing that I'll probably like go through at some point, or I'll probably see me in future streams like going through. So I'm making a playlist of these different like basically YouTube stuff that is inspiration for, like I'm getting inspiration wise for this. I have my visual reference here, but I have additional visual reference, a lot of sound references as well. To different songs, or different like even concepts here, different like stuff from movies that I think is really cool, different scenes. So I think that stuff. So like World of Worlds, I think it's here somewhere. Yeah, Dropouts here. So that'll be stuff like that will come back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably reorganize some of this too, because it's like Mirror's Edge. Like I love the monochromatic kind of style. I love the nature plus like more like brutalist architecture kind of combined. It's just a beautiful looking game, both of them. But I don't. It's not like this is the vibe I go for. The vibe wise I'm going for like War of the Worlds, or Dune, Batman, Snowpiercer. Definitely kind of like dynamic, thing like that. A Plague Tale. This basically just to not get anyone's hopes up too early if you're thinking about it. This is not going to be a. I don't know too much about the game yet, but this is not going to be a happy game. So I'm all good. Like I'm not. This is not me. Like I think it's kind of funny. Like I'm a very like happy-go-lucky person, but I want to explore these kind of like deeper, darker concepts. I think it's very interesting, like, the emotion of it. I want to try to do something like that. So this is a very emotional game, not a fun game in the sense that it's very dark and sad, but I think it's just very emotional. It's powerful, and I want to do something like that. Since the Andor as well, it's a little bit darker. So just kind of want to do stuff like that. And we'll see how that ends up manifesting. Okay, yeah. So we got some stuff done today. Got more reference. Still kind of very unorganized, but hopefully I can figure it out. That's a shame. Okay. I don't think it's an easy way to undo that either, so I might just have to redo that. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna call it here. So I still got. I have to figure out the OBS stuff and stuff. I have to rewatch this stream as well to make sure it was okay for for future streams, just to be sure it's all good. I've done a couple of test streams like a month ago, but I might have changed some stuff and who knows. But yeah, so I think a couple people like stopped by for a little bit. Nothing in the chat, but thank you for those of you who did stop by. If you're here looking, appreciate you watching. I don't know what my schedule's gonna be like, how often I'm gonna stream a week, when I'm gonna stream. I don't know. I'm just kind of right now. I'm just aiming for once a week at any point, even for like 30 minutes. This one was almost an hour, which is pretty great for me. Just getting started out doing this again. But we'll see. I mean, I'm liking this time. Actually, we'll probably. Well, actually, no, it won't because I have class soon. So I probably won't be streaming this time in the future. But we'll see. Maybe like this time other days. This is after work for me, so should be all right. For some days, I might do late streams, like 11 o'clock midnight for me. Although I know it's not very EU friendly. We'll see. Might push stuff around. Maybe early morning streams. Who knows? But, I'm figuring this out. So if you guys bear with me. But I'm looking forward to getting back into this. This is something. Doing personal game dev is something I've definitely missed. I've do like my just update for no one watching, but like my day job now is doing pretty much uni VR stuff, and on the one hand it's good that it scratches a lot of the itches I have for game dev and this kind of stuff, but on the other hand I still have ideas I want to explore myself that's more creative, that's more storytelling that I want to dictate, and I've just been getting inspired a lot by guys like dual wielded Thice, Thice, I keep messing up his name, American me. But I've been watching his streams a lot, loving hanging out there. Daniel Lochner as well. He's been doing some big stuff with Creature, and just the other day like announced like 2 more games and the whole store and everything. So I've been getting really inspired by a lot of these guys, my friends, and I wanted to get back in this community and do some cool stuff myself too. So yeah, thanks for all of you who watched during it or watching this back now, and I will be back at some point if you want to talk to me directly or message me. Discord's probably the best place, and maybe I'll actually make an announcement next time about the stream. Have to figure out doing that automatically or whatever too. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and catch you in the next stream hopefully soon. Okay, I'm not gonna put this. I'll just switch over. Okay, bye.